Hey guys, welcome to another episode. In this one, we're going to be talking about Holo Icon, the new playoff set roadmap, and we're doing it all with a very special guest, Jennifer Suto. Slight disclaimer, I have 3 kids. One of them wanted to be in the video. I hope you don't mind. Let's get straight into it. Jen, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Steve?
Yeah, good. This interview's been gate crashed by Marley. She wants to be involved and she wants to see you and meet you.
Hey. Love it. I love it.
Stress test. You didn't get one, did you?
I literally was in line. I got the right number. It was out of 5K. I got 3K. And then I was talking to my coworkers from Evaluate. And then I was like, oh, I have to prepare for like this thing right here. And I was like, I went to the bathroom, I got some water. And then I come back and it's like my turn. It was like, oh, your turn started 10 minutes ago. And then I start my turn. And then it like was like, oh, sorry, like job's all done. I'm like, no. But
yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I didn't get any either. No luck on my end. So that was this one here. A lot of common moments, but that's okay. So I wanted to talk to you especially also about Holo Icon. And I deliberately haven't told this story yet because I wanted to do it when you were here. I put it to my viewers to say, should I go for Holo Icon? Should I not? Because I know a lot of people have been debating whether or not they should spend that much to get the collector score, let alone the pack. Whoopsie. Thanks, Miles. It was literally 50-50. I think I've got the votes in front of me. It's like 45 one way, 43 the other. So it was like, all right, so it looks like I'm going for it. And then Steph swans in and says, what do you need? Disney Alex Max swans in and says, what do you need? And then you swan in and just basically gift a rocket up my account to make me eligible before needing to hustle, which I was willing to do to get there. And that kindness for me personifies Top Shop. And I had people in my DMs that were saying, I lost my job, this and that. And it inspires me to think, what would Jen do in this situation? And I start giving out more moments all the time now as well to prop up the community. So I wanted to commend you straight up because you are literally the only reason right now my account says eligible for Holo Icon tomorrow. It just came out via First Mint that the rebound packs for that are going to be playoff packs. So that's a good thing as well. So I just wanted to shout out in that it's still weird to me that this community is like give first compared to like what I'm used to in other industries. And I guess it's personified by you. So I wanted to tell that story and shout you out straight up for that.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, obviously it's like, if it was just a random person, I obviously wouldn't do it. Like, I know you, I guess not in person, but I know you through online. Like I can see you, I know your name. I can come for you if you don't give them back. But it's like, I know you're a trustworthy person. And I knew if I would have just like asked you, oh, do you want, like, what if I lend you these? That you would have said no. So I was like, I'm just going to send them. Otherwise he's going to say no. So
I know you were just like, check your account. I was like, oh, what?
Yeah, exactly. That's how you do it.
So yeah, look, I wanted to lead with that because I am, like I said, not used to it and eternally grateful. And yeah, I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow. And even if it's just a rebound pack, I'm going to be a happy chappy. So all is good there. So what are you thinking right now in terms of Top Shot? Like, what are you doing? Are you active at the moment in the marketplace or challenges? What are you up to?
Honestly, since they introduced the new collector score thing and, the whole like, oh, team bonuses and all this type of different ways to, increase your collector score, which help you be eligible for packs. I kind of buy just a ton of different moments. And a lot of my moments that I recently bought, like a couple weeks ago, that I was just like, oh, these first moments are going for $4. Let me just buy them. Like, I don't care if it's bad, I'm just gonna buy them. They started like skyrocketing and I'm like, flipping these for 2-3x and I'm like, woohoo! I'm like finally able to like sell some stuff again and, free up some capital for pack drops. So that was kind of nice. So I've been kind of selling some moments that I'm I became profitable on recently.
Yep.
S2 moments that I just didn't care to keep long term anyway, and I was just like, well, I might as well just free up some capital with these. So that's what I've been doing. It's been exciting.
Nice.
And yeah, actually yesterday I tested my first ever withdrawal, $50. So
I saw that.
takes. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous because a lot of OGs are like, well, it took, I mean, I remember a couple months ago, people were saying, oh, it's been months. Like my withdrawal has been taking forever. And I know that things have been sped up a lot more recently, but I know that they have like 8 months of transactions to go through for me. So I'm kind of like, how long is it going to take? But I'll be really surprised if it's faster than 2 weeks. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's been a thing for a while, withdrawals, but it's never worried me because I'm just like, well, I'm not withdrawing. I'm just, if anything, I'm putting in. So, but right. I know I get it. A lot of people want to do stuff. Right. Let's talk about this because you haven't seen this yet, have you?
No, I haven't. Explain.
All right. So let's go through the dot points, I guess. So playoff packs, there's going to be 90 moments and 22 of them are going to be rewards that you can get. 22 are from the first round, 32 from the second round, 12 from the conference finals, and 6 commons from the finals will be available. So that way we all get a chance at finals moments without it being a rare or a legendary pack.
Wow.
Which I kind of like, at least to a certain extent. What do you think?
That's interesting because I thought that they were only going to do legendaries, but okay, so now they're doing some comments. Well, they did that for S1 as well. They did S1. I mean, they were like this. It was like the same play, but I like that. I like that. Make it more affordable. That's great even for me because I'm priced out of the legendaries, so or I feel like I will be. So that'll be nice to be able to collect those. Yeah, I like
edition sizes will be 12,000 still. So there'll be 90 moments. 22 of them will be rewards for challenges. Some round ones will be needed for the challenges, for like later challenges for the later rounds. Release 2 is happening on June the 25th. There'll be 200,000 of those. So they'll be not guaranteed for everyone to get one for round 2.
Right.
So that's still a lot of packs. You'd still have a fair bit in the marketplace that you can catch up on if you did miss out. So there's lots of debut moments there. There's 32 second round moments. Release 3 is happening in July. Doesn't give us a date. And there's 166,000 packs, so a little bit less again. Which makes sense, I guess, because there's going to be obviously like less moments come that round. There's only 12 conference final moments, and July would be around that time. And then they've also said that release 4 is a finals release. We get 6 commons, 42,000 packs, so a lot less. Don't know anything about rebounds on these ones or anything like that. So basically, here's the nuts and cracks of it. First round's going to have 54 plays all up. Second round, 24. Conference finals, 8. Finals, 4. Rewards on top of that, 12,000 LE. And this is the edition sizes for the finals are a little bit less than the rest of them. So it's max 12,000. Initial thoughts?
Man, they've really been busting out those challenges. Like, how they've been doing those 3-day challenges for the playoff moments? Like when you just...
Do you like it? The snap challenges?
I don't do challenges, so I think I like it that it's kind of like fast, fun, and exciting. Like, I think that it's great for that aspect. Yeah. And, it's fun to watch from the sidelines, I guess. But they're really busting out these challenges. You just said 22 challenges for the playoff moments. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Oh, the 22 earnable... Well, yeah, I guess that might mean 22 challenges, but 22 earnable rewards. So, yeah. We've never had a double reward.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's exciting. That's fun.
So you don't like challenges?
Honestly, I'm not much of a challenge person simply because I don't care to play the cereal lottery, I guess. And it's usually pretty expensive because I'm comparing it to, okay, well, if I wanted the moment, I could just buy it after the fact for cheaper. And that's kind of my logic. So I'm just kind of like, if I really want the moment, I can just buy it after for cheaper. And I don't really care to play the serial lottery. So I don't do challenges for that reason. But yeah, on a couple of my like coworkers from Evaluate, they freaking love challenges, and I'm always like, don't do any more challenges. You're wasting your money. Just buy the reward. And they're like, no, but what if I get a number one? And I'm like, okay, like I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're fine.
I mean, if you did the first Trae Young playoff one, I mean, it was only like 2,000. They're the best lottery odds I guess I've seen for a while for a challenge, like excluding maybe like the holos and stuff like that. So these aren't the worst, but yeah, I think I wonder if the playoff set will be a really cool thing to go after in the off season, because it's not going to be shiny and new anymore. And there seems to be a very, I guess, shiny and new culture. Like if you look at Hustle and Show right now, you can pick up that set for like $500-600 or something like that. So I don't know. It's just a thought that I had.
That's how it tends to be, and that's why it's like S2. It's the current shiny new series. S2, like whatever the current series is, that's always like, it always tends to be more like volatile. So there's always more like money making opportunities with that. Whereas it's like S1, I think of it more as like a long-term play. So I always like to, if I'm like buying like S2 stuff, I'm like thinking, okay, when can I potentially, put this down the road and into S1 stuff, which I ultimately want S1, moments, but sometimes I use S2 as a way to get there, like picking up all those, first moments for $4, like waiting for them to appreciate.
There's more transactions as well. There's so many more. Like you look at S1, like you see a transaction every day or so, or not even. And then S2, it's just like can be 20 transactions a day, or if it's a challenge or something. Do you want to ask Jen a question? What do you want to do? Do you just want to sit here? Okay. You want to smile at least? I'll tickle you. I'll tickle you. She just wants to be here.
Yeah. With what you just said, going off that, is it's also really hard to sell S1 moments because they're not the shiny new thing, and you can't just undercut by $1 and I'll be the cheapest price and someone will buy it. It's not that easy when people aren't looking at that. So that's the only downfall to S1, is that if you need to get out quick, you can't. So you definitely have to have more of like a long-term mentality with the S1s, I think, because you can't just easily like flip them. They're harder.
Yeah.
So who is that? Who is that?
She's playing with Steph Curry. I got a Steph Curry.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's cute.
So what else is going on with you? How's Evaluate going?
Evaluate's going great. We're working on a lot. I can't really like say too much, but we have been like working on a lot lately, and I'm really excited about our site and what we're doing to it. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff. We did add 2 new NFTs to our site as well. We're kind of trying to be more like, the place where you can analyze NFTs, not just NBA Top Shot moments. So, we've been adding more NFTs to our site. So, yeah.
Is that going to continue? Like you're going to add more and more?
Yep. Adding more and more.
Wow.
We can't really say which ones, but we have, some of the work right now. And the ones that we added are built on Flow. But, well, I don't even know. I never know how much I can say, but we're going to be adding other NFTs as well. So
yeah, nice. Starter packs. Basically, it's not a new thing. New collectors, basically, they've made a pack so they can onboard really quickly and get a pack straight away. This blog is literally one of the shortest ones. What do you think about having this here for new signups only to get access to a pack?
Honestly, I like it because I actually remember when, I don't remember exactly when, but it was like a couple months back, they were saying that their goal is to be able to have packs abundantly available for new users. So I feel like this is kind of, and that I think they kind of realized that um, that's probably not going to be able to happen, or at least not anytime soon. Like just because I don't know, I think that their plans have changed with that. But I think this is their way of kind of doing that. Like, there's packs available for new users, but only new users. So I really like that they're doing that because, it's like when you're a new user joining the platform, what's the most exciting part is getting a pack and seeing what you get inside. So I like that they're doing
Yeah.
this for new users. And, I wish there was a way to see, how many new users are getting these packs or something that we can see all
Well,
that.
that's true. I mean, unless you're like closely following how many packs are left and what they started with and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. And I haven't seen some new user stats for a while now, actually, personally. But I
Yeah.
remember when I joined in January and we were sort of speaking about it offline. Like I had no idea when there was stress tests and there was a lot of them. I wasn't even sure when there were packs, and I'm pretty sure I missed some, which sounds like blasphemous now. But yeah, I do like that. I mean, it's just a common pack. What, 3 base moments? It's not like we're all missing out on these. You know, like how people are angry about eligibility on collector score, maybe because they're on one side or the other. It's not like we're missing out on something truly amazing. Yeah, they might get lucky on something, but it's not like the end of the world.
Yeah, and they had said as far as like collector score eligibility requirements, and of course, people that aren't eligible are not going to be too happy about it. Well, I
Yeah.
remember they had said their goal is to make commons abundantly available and to make rares and legendaries a lot harder to get. So that's what they're doing. They're making it a lot harder to get, and they're favoring the people that have put in more money. I mean, naturally, it's like, of course they're going to want to reward people that have put in more, and give them the opportunity to get these, and because it encourages other people to spend more on the platform. So it's obviously, it makes sense. But then some people are like, well, then new people don't get the opportunity. But it's like, you have to have some skin in the game. You have to have some skin in the game for sure. So
Yeah, I remember Rowan talking, and it was like onboarding people into the NFT space to collect that, as opposed to physical cards, is a little harder. And I 100% agree with that. Like, there's a certain mental hurdle you got to get over. Hang on, I'm collecting digital. I mean, when when we were blowing up, and everyone was like, "Why don't I just watch it on YouTube?" That's the sort of mental hurdle they got to get over. But yeah, once you get into it, I think like all of us, you kind of get hooked in a certain way, or you don't, and you move on. But yeah, I love how you've got to improve the onboarding process, and then you can worry about how to keep them involved. And speaking of keeping people involved, I don't think I've ever gotten your thoughts on quests. And there's just a throwdowns quest now. So just quests in general. Do you like them?
yeah, I think they're cool. I did actually did what was it, the Ben Simmons quest?
Ben Simmons, yeah.
Yeah, I did that, and I'm not much of like a challenge person, so I kind of, I was like, oh yeah, probably not do. And then I looked at the requirements for the Ben Simmons. I was like, oh, I could do this. I could do the Ben Simmons quest. So I did it, and it was cool. It was fun. I am not doing the throwdowns quest simply because I have no throwdown moments, and I don't want to spend hundreds just for the quest. But I think I like the idea of kind of rewarding collectors for already holding specific moments by doing these quests. Of course, people are going to go out of their way to buy, moments, but I think they're trying to make it for people that are kind of already have the moments, just kind of rewarding the people that are holding on to moments. But yeah, of course, naturally, people are going to go out and buy. But I like it. I think it's exciting, and anything that gets people involved, like that just makes things fun and exciting again. I feel like the sentiment has really been improving a lot lately. Like a couple weeks ago, the sentiment, a month ago, I was like, the sentiment was bad, and when the playoffs started, and yeah, they started marketing like just did not go well. So I think the sentiment is improving, and that's a huge jump for NBA Top Shot.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
I like them. I think they've only sort of scratched the surface with the quests. Obviously, there's a bottleneck on this one now. The Donovan Mitchell All-Star moment they threw in, and it kind of blew up. But I mean, it just makes it so much more dynamic, possibly accessible, depending on the quest. I really like them. I think they can really diversify it and do so many different things with it. Personally,
Yeah, definitely. Um,
you got to be.
I was just gonna ask you, but then I realized you live in Australia. If you were going to NFT NYC, because it's like in one of my tabs, and I was like, oh, I wonder if he's going to NFT NYC. But you're probably not.
Yeah, like I wish I could do stuff like, and every country and state and everything like that is different with travel and restrictions and stuff. And I think we literally are just coming out of a lockdown. I'm not complaining. You probably had a lot more lockdowns than me, but yeah, travel's just like not a thing at the moment.
Okay, dang. Man.
So you can get there from where you are?
Yeah, well, it's in New York. I'm in North Carolina. Yeah, I mean it's in the U.S. Like you can travel within the. I mean I don't even know how like what out of country traveling is like right now because I haven't really looked into it. But like within the U.S. it's like totally fine to like travel and stuff. So you just like need a mask and stuff. But like yeah, I'm pumped, and I think a lot of people are gonna be like, to anybody watching this, NFT NYC. I think it's in November. I want to say. And like I'm pretty sure like everyone's gonna be there because like this is like the year of NFTs, and you should all totally go and like message me if you go or something. I would love to like meet NBA Top Shot people like in person. That would just be so fun.
Oh, there'll definitely be NBA Top Shot people there.
Yeah.
Like if there's not, I'd be so surprised.
I know, right? Yeah.
And I've said a few times, NBA Top Shot's like the gateway drug to NFTs at the moment. Like it's got the, as much as we talk about the onboarding process, it's still got the easiest one.
True. Yeah, that's true. Because you can actually pay with your credit card, and you know you don't have to figure out, oh, what's Ethereum and how do I get Ethereum?
Crypto wallet. Yeah. So speaking of other NFTs, I think we briefly touched on this last time I managed to have a chat to you, but what are you doing? Is your eye wandering onto other NFTs, seeing what's around?
I literally bought more other NFTs since we last talked. So, but honestly, I wasn't really, I'm not, I'm more open. I'm trying to be more open-minded now because I was kind of like, you know, I don't really, you know, trust any other NFTs unless it's like Dapper Labs, and, you know, it's like, we're in like the NFT boom. So it is kind of risky, you know, unless you're, in my opinion, it's like kind of risky holding some of these, you know, for more than like the initial hype, because, you know, I don't know, it just, I feel like we're in like the boom, and it's kind of like, it just, I don't know like if these are going to last that long and stuff like that. So, but you know, I've been dabbling into some other NFTs and just kind of checking out different projects just to kind of be a little more open-minded and, you know, try out some other things. So recently, since we last talked, I got into punk babies, and I have like 8 of them, and they were cheap. They were like, I bought them at like 0.01, like $50 basically and stuff. And they're cute. So I'm like, oh, these are cool. And then I bought 2 of the Alien Boy NFTs, which those were like 0.08. So that's like 200, almost like $300 basically. So that's kind of like definitely more money. But I was like, you know what? I actually think these are super cute as well. And I'm just gonna, you know, get to, and the reveal's on Saturday. So, but yeah, I'm still very cautious with NFTs, and I kind of, it's definitely, I kind of think of it more as like throwaway money. I'm like, okay, this is, you know, either a potential short-term flip or like it's going to zero. Like, you know, I'm whereas like NBA Top Shot, I look at it more as like a long-term investment, and I think of it as like more of like a safer bet. So. Yeah, I'm definitely, you know, trying to try out other NFTs, but I definitely think it's kind of risky to do so currently. But have you been into any other NFTs besides NBA Top Shot at all?
I would say I'm actively scoping, some of which I like that I'm priced out of, or the drops are in the middle of the night again, or something like that. But also actively cautious for the same reasons, you know, like not all of them are going to fly. Or be like, some of them might literally be a waste of money. So Yeah, I'm openly looking for something. But the thing about NBA Top Shot is I love basketball, so it's easy for me, and like I know the players 99% of the time, and
And
like
it's a video, like
it's
it's a video to watch too. It's not just like a picture. So that's nice.
yeah, it's a bit more, and like there's others that I like, but yeah, I've obviously really like NBA Top Shot. So yeah, I am looking around, looking for like the next thing to dip my toes into, if that makes sense.
Would you ever get a bored ape?
Yeah, maybe. I feel like I missed that boat a little bit because like all of a sudden it just happened. Like everyone's profile pic was an ape one day. And I think that was a good example of you know, things happened really quickly and it was all sort of done in a few hours or whatever it was. And um if you were then early to like go secondary market, yeah, it probably would have been worth it. But yeah, I kind of feel like I missed that boat a little bit now.
Yeah, what's crazy is that that was literally like they launched it like 2 months ago. You could mint them for zero point zero 0.08 ETH on the site. They sold out. Pranked literally bought like what, like 12% or something of them, like something ridiculous. They started selling theirs right away because that's what they do. They're like master flipper. And and then like, it had a little hype and then it kind of died down. And I remember the floor, I made a bet with Christian, one of the co-founders of Evaluate, and I remember the floor was at like zero point 0.4 and we made a bet and it was like, what do you think it's going to go to first? 0.2 or 0.6? He thought it was going to go to 0.6 first. And I thought I was going to go to 0.2. I was kind of like bearish on the project. And it went to 0.2 first. And I was like rubbing it in his face. He owed me a moment because of it. And I was like, yeah. And so then it was like literally it was like at 0.2 for like a month straight. There was not much activity happening. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what the catalyst was, but it just like shot up like crazy. Probably LaMelo Ball when he got one, and then Josh Hart got one, and all that.
Yeah.
Tyrese got one, and now the floor is at 1.8. I want to say ETH, which it's like that's crazy. And I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard because I kind of think like, oh, this seems unsustainable, but they do have a really strong community, and
Yeah.
I just don't know, but I am kind of thinking like that the price will drop again, like below 1 ETH. And I'm probably not going to end up buying one or anything because I haven't seen any that look good. Like I scroll through the floor and I'm like, none of these look good to me. Like
Yeah.
they're all guys and they don't, but
I guess for me the lesson learned is like, right, what might be the next Bored Ape, or like I think about it also like Top Shot in terms of February. Like I did it all wrong in February. Like I should have been selling at that time. And so I'm always thinking like, okay, when's the next one of those? When I see it, know what to do. Same with Bored Ape, sort of like when that community is really that strong again and it's happening quickly and it's, just I'm just trying to remember these things and take the lessons in and not think about too much on the, oh, I wish I did this or anything like that.
yeah, I mean, like I said, I kind of feel like Bored Apes is at, and probably people might even get mad at me for this, but I feel like Bored Apes are at like their February, March NBA Top Shot levels right now. Like I feel like they're at
Maybe,
that like,
yeah.
and I'm like telling Christian like sell your ape, and he's always like no, like I refuse to sell my ape, like I only have one, and I'm like I'm like you could buy it back for less. He's like there's no guarantee, but I mean, but the thing is, it's like it'll go through cycles, just like NBA Top Shot, goes through its cycles. We've been in a dip for a while, but now we seem to be kind of getting out of it. Bored Apes, they haven't really gone through any hard times. Like NBA Top Shot, we've gone through hard times and all that, and not a lot of NFTs have, especially all these new ones, they haven't gone through the cycles yet. So they haven't gone through these hard times, and that's when you really know if a project is good. If it's able to go through the rough times and still there's a community there and all that. So, we'll see how it pans out for them.
The signs are good for them though. I have seen a couple of friends on Twitter say, you know what, I'm not selling this ape because I'm loving the journey or the community and whatever else.
Right.
And I can relate to that. Like if you're holding or buying with love, you can't really lose. So yeah, I respect that as well. So it's interesting. It's just a lesson that I think that would be learned. And I'm definitely observing a lot of NFTs, that would being one of them. There's a couple on the horizon. I won't shout out because I'm not expertised in to say one way or another whether I like them or not, but it'll probably be like, oh, they're cool. I like the look of them. I'll maybe grab one. And it might just literally come down to that. I mean, you were talking about the babies as if, they're cool. They look cute.
They're cute. Yeah. And the thing is, it's like, for the babies, I'm not like, ooh, I think these are gonna, be, a lot of money and that's why I'm buying them. Because I've kind of just realized it's like, if I'm gonna buy something, I have to like it and I have to want to keep it, because, you never really know with these NFT projects. I mean, I did buy a Yeti back when they were like, I remember they were going for a little bit less than minting price. I think I bought mine for like 0.07 something. Over on OpenSea, that I purely was like thinking, like having like a flipping mindset, like, oh, I think I'm gonna flip this, which was like risky of me to think that, but I ended up flipping it before they got revealed for 1.6 ETH. So I made, I don't know, like almost $200 or something like that. So I was like happy about it. And then I look, and literally the floor is 0.039 right now. So like they're going for like half the amount that they cost to mint, because they had given away like 500 for free, and the people that got them for free are like selling them for really, really cheap. So it's like, it's really risky holding on to these, because you never know. Like if I would have held on, it's like, look at the price that they're going for right now. Like it's just so yeah, that's why I think that it's, that it's pretty risky, but if you can get in and get out quick, I guess, and play with money that you're okay with losing, then it can be fun for sure. And
that was exactly what I was going to say. If you're willing to lose it,
right,
it's okay. Have fun with it. But if you're putting in your house insurance money or something, it's probably not the way to go. So we're going to do a shout out to your YouTube channel, Jennifer Top Shot. Yeah. You're doing your weekly updates and a bit more here and there. Loving it. And Maisie's jumping in now every now and then as well.
Yeah, she is. She makes guest appearances. I need to step up my thumbnail game. Man, you're putting me to shame with all your thumbnails. I've just been like,
people come to see
you the same. Like my picture, I'm like, I don't want to have to take a new picture. I just like do the same self like every single video. But
it's embarrassing how many photos of myself I have, because like for every one good thumbnail, there's 10 shit photos that I have of myself. So I have to like constantly delete old, video files and old photos, because otherwise it looks like I love myself or something. It's ridiculous.
I just got oh man, where did it go? Oh, it's right here. Hold on. MacBook Air.
No way.
I'm like, yeah, I can
level up.
Yeah, I can maybe I can be like you and like edit like a pro and all that. I don't know.
Get in there. Editing's my godsend. Like, because I stuff up a lot and then I just edit it out. Brilliant.
Seriously, I know that's the great thing about like not doing stuff live. Like for all the live streamers, I have mad props for live streamers. So it's like they always have to be like on. Like for me, if I'm filming and I'm like, what's up guys? Oh no, I messed up. I didn't like say that well. And then I'm like redo, and then I like do it again. Cut, clip, Yeah.
So I'm actually terrified about live, because I'm hoarding a lot of gift moments that have been gifted to me to give away to forward to the community, and I'd love to do it live. So hence like me trying to do this with you and stuff, but I'm worried. So anyway, we'll see how it goes, but I'd love to be able to just do a massive giveaway live in the very near future, and see how it goes. So I don't know, it might stuff up, but anyway, we'll see how it goes.
It's exciting doing giveaway stuff live, because then people are there like in real time, and it's like, you feel more the excitement, I think, when you're doing that kind of stuff live. So that'll be fun. I need to enter your giveaway. I want to win a moment. No, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't enter.
You deserve it though. All right, so I'm gonna not take up any more of your time. Thanks heaps for coming back again to chat to me. And yeah, have an awesome day.
Thank you. Yeah, you too. Thanks for having me on again. It's always a pleasure talking to you, Steve.
Awesome.